Should you get your real estate license this year? Maybe you've been thinking about it for a while and now seems like the perfect time to explore it. So today I'll share with you how much money agents actually make, what it takes on a day-to-day to actually make it, and all of the important things you must know before becoming a real estate agent. So make sure to stay to the end because I'll share with you the #1 lead source that our agents are using to grow their business. In fact, one of our agents is earning over $1 million in GCI using this one lead source. And he's been able to build this type of business in 3 short years without having to spend a dime on ads. Now, if we're just meeting, welcome to Agent Startup Academy, where we train the next generation of top producing agents. Now, the first thing that you should know before getting your real estate license is that you're about to start a business. Now, unfortunately, that reality is not one that's obvious for a lot of individuals. At least it wasn't for me. When I got my real estate license, I didn't necessarily know everything that I needed to learn and learn incredibly quickly. I thought I was going to be able to get into the business, and sure, I knew it was going to be challenging, but I didn't know how challenging it was going to be. And I also didn't realize that, like most businesses, many of them fail. So the failure rate is insanely high. So if you don't establish a plan and execute on that plan consistently for an extended period of time, you're going to have a really hard time staying in the industry. Now, something else to know about the business altogether is that it's not a hand-holding type of business. So if you're the type of person that needs every single step spelled out for you and need permission to take that next step, this is going to be quite challenging for you. Now, it's not impossible, of course, it's just important that you recognize this ahead of time, which leads us right into point number 2, and that's that you get paid for results, you don't get paid by the hour. Listen, simply trying is not going to pay the bills. You having the best intentions just isn't going to cut it. You have to actually produce results. In other words, you need to have sales because that's essentially the business that you're in. You're in a sales business. Now, I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but I myself didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was coming from an executive position with a compounding pharmacy that was distributing medication everywhere. And to be honest, I was getting paid regardless if I produced results or not. In fact, I was so new to the sales industry that I kid you not, I actually didn't even know what a lead was. That term was completely foreign to me. So that might be intimidating for some of you, knowing that you're not gonna have that guarantee of the moment that the hour is up, you're cashing in at least that hour payment. Because in sales, there's no such thing as getting paid by the hour. At least in real estate sales, that is, you're getting paid for people buying and people selling. But here's the thing, it's not all bad. Yes, we're giving up a little bit of that security. However, we're unlocking unlimited potential. There's no capping on how much you can make. I've worked with agents in my team that immediately in their first year make over $100,000 in GCI. In fact, they made that in about 6 months. Now, something else that you must know before getting your real estate license is that it is still a very viable business. You can still make a lot of money, retire with real estate, and be very well off. I know that AI is here. I know there's a lot of headlines out there that have spooked a lot of agents and really reconsidering if they wanted to stay in the business altogether. We had a massive lawsuits that disrupted how many buyer agents were getting compensated. We have commission compression with all of the disruptive models that have come of age in the last 3, 5, 7 years. And then of course we have the big elephant in the room, and that is AI. Yes, AI is going to absolutely disrupt the way that we do real estate. But with that being said, the profession of real estate agents is not going away. It's just going to look different. It's going to be tech enabled for the most part, because home buyers and home sellers are still looking for professional guidance. The same way that people are not looking to self-represent themselves when they go to court is the same thing with buyers and sellers. They're looking for a trusted professional that's gonna help them take care of the largest asset that they own, because this is a very important asset that they can't afford to get wrong. Now, something else to know about the real estate profession is that it's not always the best agent that wins. Now, this particular point might rub some of you the wrong way. but it's not designed to be an attack or a backhanded compliment. The reality is that you don't have to be the best to get the business. You might be shocked to learn, but over 65% of home buyers actually go with the first agent they ever speak to, which if you take that to a further conclusion, that essentially means that the agent that markets themselves the best is the one that wins. It really isn't the most capable agent for the job that ultimately wins the business. It's the agent that's found and markets themselves in such a way so as to be found. Now, to further that point even more, why else would every single brokerage on the face of this planet encourage you to immediately reach out to your sphere of influence upon getting your real estate license? Well, it's certainly not because you're the most capable for the job, you just got your license. It's because they know this specific stat, that as long as you're the individual that's in front of that buyer, the likelihood of you actually getting that business is astronomical. Now, before we get to the next point, I'm curious, what year did you get your real estate license? Comment down below. Now, for the next point, I know that I'm gonna get some hate, but I really do believe it. Commission splits do not matter, at least when you're a new agent. When you're getting started, your focus shouldn't go strictly to commission splits. You're not looking for the highest amount of split that you could possibly earn. Even if you go to a transaction brokerage where they'll only charge you a nominal fee to close a transaction with them, which essentially means it's 100% commission split, which that doesn't exist because you have to factor in those fees, but I digress. Even if you were to get that 100% commission split, 100% of zero is still zero. Because oftentimes the brokerages that offer 100% commission split don't really provide any value to you beyond the ability to practice real estate. There's just not gonna be a ton of value outside of being able to hang your license with them. What you should be focused on is getting into a brokerage or a team that's gonna allow you to learn the business and also grow your business. Instead of making it all about commission splits, focus more on what a brokerage or a team can do with you. Take my real estate team here locally in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. My real estate team focuses on three main things and we do them extremely well. Number one, we do provide leads. On average, we give our agents that join us 30 leads in the first 30 days. We need to put opportunities in the hands of our agents as soon as possible. Number two, we focus a lot on training. We have one-on-one coaching and mentoring. So that means that myself or one of our other team leads is going one-on-one with each one of our agents. As part of our training offering, we also have on-demand training that we do through video and AI. And the third part of our training is live training every single day, where we provide training and accountability that's working today with each one of our agents. So yes, we provide leads and yes, we provide training, but we take it one step further. The third thing that we do incredibly well with our team is that we support our agents. We have transaction coordinators that will help our agents with their contracts and will take a transaction from contract to close. And then we also have a robust marketing engine that helps our agents with social media, with video editing, and any other way to get our agents' message across to the general populace. Now, with that being said, the leads, the training, the support do not come free. There's no possible way that that works. So, as you can imagine, being part of our team also requires an additional commission split. But going back to a point that was made earlier, our agents learn how to do the business, and at the same time, we help them grow their business. So our real estate agents don't have the same issues that many of the other agents have, which is that after 6 months, they don't have a single real estate transaction under their belt. Countless of our agents get into a transaction within the first 30 days of them joining our real estate team. Now, another thing you must know before getting your real estate license is that the majority of the time, you're not going to be doing the real estating. The majority of your time is actually going to be spent prospecting, marketing, doing admin work, doing the business part of it. The HGTV or Netflix lifestyle that you see is not the reality. If you have clients, you're going to be showing homes and negotiating a fraction of the time. The other part of the time, you're usually doing the boring stuff, the stuff that doesn't look as glamorous on TV. Now, this next point is so important. Please don't skip it. Listen, getting started in real estate is gonna feel like you're pushing a boulder up a hill. Why? Well, because you actually are. We tend to overestimate how much we can accomplish in a year and underestimate how much we can accomplish in 10. So don't fall into the trap thinking that you're going to get into this real estate industry and you're going to get into your first transaction in the first couple of weeks and you're going to get your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. While that is absolutely possible and can happen to you, the reality is that it doesn't happen for most individuals. Give it your all and go out on a full sprint for your first 12 months. Don't expect an onslaught of business in the first 60 days. That's just not going to be the case. And also give yourself plenty of savings to do this business, because once again, you get paid for results, not per hour. So you can find yourself several months without cashing a commission check. Please trust me on this one. I've spoken to over 2,500 agents, many of them wanting to join my real estate team or my real estate group. And every time I ask them about their real estate goals, they give me the same type of answer. And that's them so energetically saying, if I could just close 2 transactions a month, I'd be set. The chances of that happening for a brand new agent are astronomically low. Now, don't mishear me. I'm not trying to steal your dream from you or your goals from you. It's not impossible. I have agents in my own real estate team that have far surpassed those types of numbers. But that's an outlier, not a norm. Now, if you're still with me, I want to thank you. And I also want to share with you the #1 lead source that's working right now. And that #1 lead source for real estate agents right now is leveraging YouTube. I have plenty of examples of 6-figure agents and 7-figure agents that are absolutely crushing it with YouTube. They are accomplishing numbers that historically could not be done by a single agent. So if you're wanting to get started on YouTube and replicate these results for yourself, check out the link down below. Now, with that being said, should you get your real estate license? Now, of course, that's not something I can answer for you, but take the points that we just discussed and really think through them. Really think through these points and see if this is something that you're willing to undertake. Now, as for me, I still believe that getting my real estate license is one of the best decisions that I ever made. It has allowed me to buy homes at a discount. It has allowed me to do real estate investing. It has allowed me to create a passive income revenue stream that if I don't work another day in my life, I'm going to be set. So if you do decide to become a real estate agent, I want to welcome you and also know that I am a resource for you and my contact information is down below. And you might want to check out this video next.